rhyme, reading comics, toys are hella sick, hella whacking it, taking bad hits, taking bad shit,
I always saw that name as dumbass. Hey, what's up you guys? ShartimusPrime here, doing another Marvel Legends box set on the Toys R Us exclusive Marvel's A-Force. I did pick these up at San Diego Comic-Con, but you will be able to also pick them up at your Toys R Us store near you. I'm very stoked about these figures. I really like this choice that Hasbro has made to make this box set of this beautiful arrangement of female characters from the Marvel Universe. Anyway, we have Marvel Legends series embossed right over here at the top, and then same thing right over here with the A, and then we have the silver sticker for Toys R Us right over there, and you get this Velcro tab on the right side. You can see all the figures right over here. We get 6 of them. And we have the 6 characters on the left side right over there, and we have bios for each. If you want to read the bio on She-Hulk, you can go ahead and pause it now. And then on the side we get these very nice images again, and then on the back you can see this whole setup looking very cool. I really like that a lot. And then you get the characters once more, and then it says A-Force at the top and not much more at the bottom. So let's get to it and crack these things open. And here's our brand new She-Hulk figure out of the packaging. And it has been quite some time since we've seen a Marvel Legends She-Hulk in her regular attire, as we're seeing her right over here. We have the Fantastic Four version, there's the SDCC version.
The SDCC version is the Fantastic Four She-Hulk. The Savage She-Hulk came in the Fin Fang Boom with.
And then there's the original Hasbro She-Hulk that came out. I think it was the very first wave of Hasbro Marvel Legends. So yeah, we've needed a new one with her regular suit like this for quite some time now. And it's, for me, a bit of a letdown. So yeah, let's talk about that, get a closer look at the face sculpt. So to briefly talk about the history of Jennifer Walters, aka She-Hulk, she is the cousin of Bruce Banner, and she had suffered an injury and needed a blood transfusion, and we used some Hulk blood, or Marvel used Hulk blood to fix her, and now she is the She-Hulk. So she doesn't get as powerful as the Hulk, and one thing that's really interesting about this character is that she's kind of more of a happy-go-lucky person when she's She-Hulk, and when she's not hulked out, she's much more quieter, much more reserved person. I should also mention she's a lawyer by trade. It's a very cool part of the character, I always thought. So having a head sculpt over here where she's not smiling or anything like that kind of bums me out just a little bit. I mean, comparing her to the original Hasbro version, I really liked this head sculpt. I felt like this, you know, had the personality of Jennifer Walters, but yeah, this one's just, I guess with her leading A-Force and everything, she's got to be a lot more serious. But yeah, you know, I just don't like this head sculpt. It just looks bland, lacks the personality of the character to me, and I think the eyes are a little cockeyed too. I can't tell which one's, I think it's the right one is a little bit more centered than it should be, but you know, the paint apps on it don't look too bad aside from the eyes, and I think this hair looks actually pretty good. So we get some nice variation of green right here in the hair, and I dig that. You can see it a little better, you know, as I turn that up. So that's pretty cool. I do like that. I wish it was a little softer, but you know, it's not too bad. You could still, you know, get the articulation in there. We get some Savage She-Hulk marbling right over here on the chest. That's a little irritating, so you could definitely see that marbling effect in there, and I'm not a huge fan of that in this particular case. And the figure is mostly a retooled Red She-Hulk. I mean, we're getting the same Red She-Hulk arms, different hands. Red She-Hulk has an open hand on the right side. We get the closed fist right over here, but this lower torso section and the legs and feet are all from Red She-Hulk, and you know, this is not the best mold. I mean, look how short those arms are. They're way too short, and you can see the white plastic coming through on those joints right over here with the lower arms. Same thing on the legs. You can see that white plastic coming through right there. So yeah, not so great, but it does seem, I mean, the green color that they painted this with does match the green plastic over here, so I have to commend them for that. And she does have peg holes at the bottom of her feet. You're just looking at, I mean, the butt looks nice, except for some marbling right there, but yeah, it is a nice She-Hulk butt. Can't complain about that too much. And then she does have a peg hole in her back right over here. Now getting into articulation, like I said, you can't really move the head too far upward. She does not have the disc hinge, so it's just the ball joint right there. So you can get her looking up just that much, and she will look down that much. You get side-to-side movement and some head pivot. Shoulders move outward up that far and all the way down. You could rotate 360 without the hair getting in the way. We also get a bicep swivel right here, single jointed elbows. Oh man, come on. And you're going to do this whole thing where you're saying single jointed elbows don't look good, but you're going to give the figure this ugly face. You know what I mean? Like, but anyway, you get rotation at the elbow as well. And then we get rotation at the wrist. Both wrists hinge up and down. We get a diaphragm joint that turns side to side very nicely. Does not crunch forward. I mean, I guess you can call that crunching forward, maybe? Really? Not really. She does crunch back more so. And then we already talked about the pivot. Then these hip joints are a bit frustrating, so she can move her legs outward that much. If you want to rotate them forward, you got to turn around and then move that forward and then use the upper thigh swivel right over there so that, you know, she can get a kick going on, and then it won't really move back so much. You get the double jointed knees, and then the ankles move down, up, and she does have the ankler pivot. Now to measure out this She-Hulk figure, you can see that she's standing just a little over 7 inches tall. For your She-Hulk comparison, we have the very first She-Hulk from Hasbro, and then we have the red She-Hulk. And you can see this newer one is just a little on the short side, which kind of bothers me. I wish she was taller. But she is the same size as the red She-Hulk, so I kind of like having these two fighting each other, which you'll see at the end of the video. And for your head swapping fanatics, yeah, so you can make a head swap work with these two. I actually think this figure looks a little bit better with that head sculpt. They don't match and scale perfectly, but you can make it work, I guess. I could have sworn this figure used to be purple. It looks very pink now, but yeah, over time, this has turned into a pink and white suit for her instead of purple and white. Size comparison! Now, while I wish this was a little bit taller, I do think this She-Hulk looks pretty good next to your average sized Hulk figure. And then here's She-Hulk compared to a couple other average female figures. We have the Mary Jane Watson and we have Ms. Marvel, and you can see clearly that She-Hulk is much taller than both of these. One thing I also want to mention with that head swapping thing, putting this head sculpt on that other She-Hulk body did loosen that head joint for me, so yeah, you may want to be careful. And then here's She-Hulk next to the Marvel Legends Big Time No Letdown Spider-Man. So yeah, I'm not going to say this is an awful figure, it's just that we've seen redos from Hasbro in the past where they've really impressed me with their updated figures, and this being an updated She-Hulk has not really impressed me the way I would really have hoped it would. Now, I do like the skin tone, I do like the metallic purple that we see on her suit over there, but the articulation just really disappoints me, and I am not a fan of that head sculpt. So yeah, overall I'm gonna say this little She-Hulk right here is a little bit of a letdown for me. But anyway, I hope you guys think that the review is not a letdown. If you liked the video, please hit the like button. Go ahead and leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think of the figure. Let me know what you think of the review. Let me know what you think of the nalgas. Also, if you want to subscribe for more ShartimusPrime videos, please go ahead and do so by hitting that subscribe button. If you're already subscribed, don't forget to hit that notification bell so you know immediately when my videos are posted. Gotta give a big thanks to the patrons over here. And this video is really brought to you by the patrons. I actually let them choose which set I was going to go through reviewing first, either the Thor San Diego Comic-Con exclusive set or the A4 set, and the patrons chose the A4 set. So the patrons don't just support the channel, they make the channel. So more A4 figures to come. If you want to see a photo gallery of images, it'll be over at marvelousnews.com, and you can follow me on the Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.
I'm gonna play with my toys today. I'm gonna play with my toys today. I'm gonna play with my toys today. I'm gonna play with my toys today.
Well, I don't care what the strangers say.
I'm gonna play with my toys today.
That's crispy.
Hey, new ShartimusPrime videos. Hey, you should click one. Yeah, click on one of them. Or subscribe if you haven't.
Your face, I said my shot, your face, I said my shot, your face.